Hibernation Station.
Hibernation Station.
Hibernation Station.
Hibernation Station.
Hello, LR. I'm Asia Wilson.
And I'm Karan Boston. And this is LRTV.
With spring break around the corner, LRTV's own Jimmy Hilton spoke to some students about what they are doing with their clubs.
Spring break's just around the corner here at Lenoir-Rhyne. For several students, instead of going to the beach and partying, these students will be taking a trip with their clubs to learn. To find out more about this, let's talk to these students to see what's really going on.
Back here at LRTV, I'm talking with senior Andrew Golden. Andrew, it's pretty interesting what you're doing for spring break. You want to kind of talk about it?
Yes, the Lenoir-Rhyne a cappella choir is going on tour. Every other year we go on tour for spring break, so we're going up to Virginia, Maryland, New York City, Pennsylvania, then of course coming right back down. It's going to be a great 8-day trip where we get to see a lot of different sites and of course sing and spread the word about Lenoir-Rhyne to a lot of different churches.
Andrew, how long did it take you guys to kind of prepare a practice for your tour? How much time and did you have to spend, with each song and everything to kind of get ready for this tour?
The Lenoir-Rhyne a cappella choir practices 3 days a week, so it's an hour and a half, so it's about 4 or 5 hours a week. It varies on which song we need to practice more on, but those continuous practices, since everybody's there every single practice, it takes about a couple months to learn the songs. So we have old songs from last semester, and then we worked really quickly this semester to finish up these songs that we need to learn this time.
Sounds pretty interesting. Kind of going back, you said you're touring, all the way up to New York and everything. Are you really excited about that, getting to see all kind of different places and everything, and just get to spread the word about Lenoir-Rhyne and all that?
Oh, of course, yeah. Everyone is really excited to go, and of course the big highlight is New York City, so everyone's going to be excited to get there as soon as possible, and they're probably not going to want to leave.
Oh, I can blame. Just don't have too much fun up there, because a lot of people, they like to go to, it's kind of interesting because a lot of people like to go to the beach during this time, but for you guys, you're getting a chance to go up and tour and just have fun with it. And it's just an awesome thing you guys are doing and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be excited about it. We get to sing all of our songs, we get to showcase ourselves, showcase our talents, and of course at the same time just show off all the benefits that Lenoir-Rhyne offers.
Back here at LRTV, getting ready to interview Joshua Mackey, a junior here at Lenoir-Rhyne. Mackey, kind of talk about what you're going to do over spring break. Kind of something interesting, really.
Yeah, I'm actually going to Spain with the Broyhill Leadership Institute for Business this spring break.
That's really awesome. Can you give us some more information about just what all you'll be kind of doing out there and everything?
Oh, sure. Well, for 10 days, those who have been selected, the 10 that were selected for the Broyhill Leadership Institute, will be going to Spain. The cities will be Córdoba, Sevilla, and Madrid, and we'll basically be immersed in the culture, learn everything there is to know about Spain. And we actually took a class in this prior to this, and learned as much as we could, did projects on different parts of Spain. I know mine was actually on the Spanish Civil War, and we'll just be our own tour guides for the trip.
Kind of going back what you said earlier, you took a class about Spain and everything. Can you give us a little bit even more about that? Like, how many times did you guys make? How much hours did you really spend into this and all?
Well, we met every Sunday from 4 to 5:30, so it gets kind of hectic, especially being that we had a lot of sorority girls in our class, so it gets a little bit confusing, time restraints and all that. But we met, like I said, every Sunday from 4 to 5:30, and we basically just talked about Spanish culture, learned basically the do's and don'ts of Spain and of travel, since a lot of us, it'll be our first time going abroad. I know that for me, it's my first ever time leaving out the country. So
that's one of the next questions I was going to ask you. Was this your first time kind of going out? But are you excited? Are you nervous? You got the little goosebumps there. Come on.
It's a little bit of both, actually. I've never left the country. I don't know what to expect at all, but I'm really excited, though. I've always wanted to go to Spain since middle school. When I decided that I had a love for Spanish, and I just really want to go.
Sounds like this is going to be an awesome trip.
Yeah, definitely.
And a big thank you to Joshua Mackey and Andrew Golden. Sounds like they're going to be doing some exciting things over for spring break. For LRTV, I'm Jimmy Hilton. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jimmy. Those trips sound like a lot of fun.
LRTV's own Tiffany Fields had a chance to see which members of LR's faculty know what they're doing in the kitchen. Here's what happened at the 2012 chili cook-off.
Here at Lenoir-Rhyne, we like to work hard and play harder. I'm here at the annual chili cook-off where 20 teams of faculty and staff are competing for the big win. Let's find out what this is all about. I'm here with Rick Nichols, the Director of Human Resources. Rick, what's the history behind this chili cook-off?
We started in 1999, so this is the 11th annual because we missed a couple of years. But I just wanted to do something. I just started here working a couple of years before that, and wanted to do something to get the employees together, the faculty and staff in particular. We have a little bit of a barrier in the type of work that we do, so I just thought an event like this would pull the campus together, and it's gotten bigger every year. We started off the first year with about 10 teams. This year we have 20, so it's grown into a really big event, and people look forward to it.
This is my 4th year of competing for the chili cook-off. This year's chili is a new recipe, and it's called a 3-3-3 chili. It's got 3 meats, 3 beans, and 3 peppers in it. So it's a fairly simple recipe, but very hot.
I like being able to try all the different flavors and, just make sure you have good fellowship with everybody, but getting to try out what different staff members and kind of see what they like is really kind of fun.
Hi! This is a great way to blow off a little bit of steam and enjoy all the faculty that are having such fun today.
There you have it, guys. Chili from all over the world, faculty from all over campus, coming together for a little friendly competition, and of course, chili.
Thanks, Tiffany. It sure looks tasty from here.
Our own Shayna Smith sat down with Mia Seth to talk about the 3 Penny Opera.
Hi, I'm Shayna Smith.
And I'm Dan Roseberry.
Here to give you the inside of the 3
Penny Opera.
I'm here with Caitlin Crawford, and I'm here to ask her about the 3 Penny Opera. Caitlin, what were your experience with the 3 Penny Opera, and what were you in the play?
Well, I was one of the 2 props designers, and I was also one of the whores. I was the young whore, Dolly.
Caitlin, how did you enjoy your overall experience dealing with the practices and meeting new cast and things like that?
Well, it was really exciting because I worked on the last musical, and there were only 2 people. It was double cast, so there were 4 total cast members. So working with a cast this big has been really exciting, getting to interact with people from the community, people on campus who don't generally do the plays and stuff. And this is my first rehearsal where I've actually had to learn a dance, and I'm not musically coordinated at all. So it was a little bit difficult, but it was so much fun being able to push through it and actually learn it. So this is one of my favorite rehearsal experiences.
Okay, thank you.
Caitlin, why do you feel people should come see the play, The 3 Penny Opera?
Well, I really think that everyone should come see it because this is the biggest set we've ever done. This is the biggest cast we've ever had. It's a musical, and a lot of people like musicals. And it's a really well-known play in the theater industry. And this is the biggest budget we've ever had because we got a grant from an organization that is actually going to use our set. We're transferring our set over to Ohio in late April. So it's a really exciting thing for all of us, and I think it'd be great for all of us to be able to share with everyone who's not involved.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here with Mia Self, and she's here to tell me a little bit about the 3 Penny Opera and how it came about. So, Mrs. Self, how did you come up with doing the 3 Penny Opera? Why this particular play?
Every other year, the music program and the theater program collaborate on a musical. 2 years ago, we did I Do, by Tom Jones. And that was a show that only had 2 characters in it. We double cast it, so 4 individuals got to do the show. But it was such a successful venture that we decided to do a larger show. And when Dr. Negrelli and I sat down for lunch and started talking through what are the various things that we would like to do, we decided that we wanted to do a show that wouldn't appear in the community theater. We decided we wanted a show that had content that was worthy of some kind of academic inquiry, and we wanted to do a show that would be challenging performatively and musically, both for theater and music students. And we came up with a list of 4 or 5 shows, and then when we hit on the 3 Penny Opera, it was the first show that we both went, ooh, that's kind of exciting. So we went with that impulse to be excited about that production and obtain the rights, and here we are today.
Okay. Well, another question that I have for you is, what is the play based on? What is it about? Like, give me a plot synopsis of what the play is basically about.
Well, the play itself, which premiered in Berlin in 1928, was based on the smash hit of London, The Beggar's Opera, by John Gay, which was written in the 19th century. So it was a response to the Viennese opera, and then Bertolt Brecht and Kurt Weill, who wrote the book and the lyrics and the music for this production, decided to take the basic plot line, which is about a bandit named Macheath and his various love interests. There's not a whole lot of love in the traditional sense of the show. There's a lot of lusting going on, but not a whole lot of love. Mac the Knife, which is probably the most popular song, Bobby Darin and Frank Sinatra did covers of Mac the Knife. And a lot of people have heard those songs and didn't even know it was from the musical, but it is. He falls in love with, or lust, however you want to call it, with a young woman named Polly Peachum, whose father and mother run a beggars syndicate in London. And so it's a back and forth between these two men, and who's going to end up hung, who's going to end up in power. And in the end, there's this wonderful twist at the end that really kind of confounds the audience in a lot of ways, looks at our expectations for what we think is going to happen in a traditional plot. Overall, I think it's a vehicle that works really, really well to look at a lot of the socialist issues that were in discussion in Germany at that time. And when Brecht came to the United States briefly after the war, he had a lot of conversations about, he was brought in by the committee examining un-American activities, and he said very clearly that he was doing it as a protest, and written a lot of his work. But his rationale was that he was protesting the Nazis and that kind of thing. But I think he was very firmly anti-capitalist, and that's clearly part of the message here as well.
Okay, well, I thank you for taking the time to do this interview. And one last question.
Sure.
I just want to know, how was it getting the cast together? Was it hard? Was it, oh, well, I know right off the bat, I wanted to play this, I wanted to play that, or?
Well, this is a really challenging show to sing. The performances themselves are really, really tricky, and so we were extraordinarily lucky with this cast. They came in, they auditioned, they flung themselves in immediately into the work. We did a little bit of singing afterwards to make sure that people would be able to meet the demands of the text. But once people were cast, they just took off like a shot, and they were an extraordinary cast. They worked really, really well together, and the production was really, really quite fine because of that collaboration and that interconnected work that they have. They're also responding beautifully to the work of the pit orchestra. And what's really exciting about doing this production at Lenoir-Rhyne is that it's not just an extracurricular event, that the students have the option, and some of them have taken the option to take an academic course where they're working on the music outside of class. So we have the musical cast, and we have a pit orchestra class that are both occurring, and they're part of the music ensembles that are happening and being offered through the music program.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the Three-Penny Opera.
And I'm looking forward to everyone seeing it too.
Now you found out everything you need to know about the Three-Penny Opera. My name is Darren Roseborough, signing out. Back to you.
Thanks, Shayna. It was certainly a great show.
Randolph Carroll took a visit to FCA on Monday night just to see what FCA is all about. Here's Randy.
Here I am with FCA President Justin McCombs. Justin, tell us a little bit about FCA.
FCA, is the name for it is the heart and soul of sports. We're here to minister to athletes, not only athletes, but to the whole university here at LR, and we're just about showing that as athletes you're set to a higher standard, you're on a higher pedestal as an athlete, and that's an opportunity to show Christ and to give Him glory and to represent Him out there on and off the field, and that's basically what FCA is about, just the heart and soul of sports.
What if I'm not an athlete? Can I still attend FCA?
Oh yeah, athlete or not, you still attend, because it's not everything we do is not athlete based. We do devotionals, we do ministries, we have preachers come in and it's just it's an opportunity for everybody to come out. I put flyers and say everyone come out and fellowship and worship with FCA tonight.
Tell us how a traditional FCA meeting usually occurs. What goes on?
At FCA we come in, and at the end of the month we have churches come in and actually feed. One night we had lasagna, we had a bunch of stuff. Usually we traditionally come in, there's an open, we have the announcements for the week. We have Whitney Brinkley has a Wits Wake Up Call, and it's a funny video and everything, and then we'll go into the speaker or the devotional and what we have planned, and a lot of times, like for instance tonight, we have a game scheduled for the night, and they're playing mat ball right now, and it's that kind of stuff for every night, and just to come in, just enjoy and just relax from schoolwork and just come and fellowship and get to know Christ, and just to help your relationship grow with Christ, and it's a really good, everyone should come out, athlete or not.
When can I find FCA? When does it occur, in what room?
We have FCA Monday nights at 828 in McCoy room 213. If you want to come, 828. Don't be late.
All right. Thank you, Justin, very much. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Randy. Sounded like a great time.
Selection Sunday is quickly approaching, and if you don't have your brackets filled out, then you're already behind. Our very own Karan Ralston went around campus to see who students thought would win March Madness this year.
Well, thank you, Asia. It's about 4 days into March already, and Selection Sunday is taking place on the 11th. So we at the Hibernation Station are going to just come out to campus and just find out who college students think is going to win it all. We're standing with freshman Joseph Anderson. Joe, who do you think is just going to win March Madness this year?
I'm going to have to go with Villanova.
That's an interesting selection. Why Villanova?
They're my favorite team.
Okay, so what makes you think that your favorite team is going to pull it off this year?
Well, I'm not going to lie. We haven't been very good for a couple of years, but I just have a hunch, and I pray for them.
All right, that sounds interesting, man. Well, best of luck to you in Villanova.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you around. Here we have sophomore Joshua Justice. Josh, March Madness is right around the corner. Selection Sunday is the 11th. Just who do you think is going to win this year?
Well, Karan, there's a lot of good teams out there this year. You got Syracuse, who's playing pretty dominant, and Baylor's not doing too bad. There's many teams out there, but I think it would be on the lines of foolish to not say that Chapel Hill is going to win it all this year.
All right, man. Hey, I'm all for you, right? You got the UNC game just went away, and they definitely killed Duke.
Just beat Duke for the ACC championship.
Yeah, so, Chapel Hill does look strong this year.
Looking hot right now.
All right, man. Thanks for your time.
All right, appreciate it.
We're standing with junior Irvin Perez. And, Irvin, who do you think is going to win March Madness this year?
I think Duke's going to win. They've been playing really well lately, and, no other team can compete.
No? You don't think Carolina can compete after that spanking last night?
No.
No? All right, man. Well,
it happens.
Yeah, we all have our opinions, bro. But thanks for your time, man.
All
have a good one. Standing with sophomore football player D. Gooseby. Now, D, I know you watch a lot of college basketball.
Yeah.
And, I know you got your favorite. You plead your case for them all the time. Who do you think is going to win March Madness this year?
I really got a favorite, but I got a top four.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you Kentucky, Missouri, Syracuse, my underdog, Georgetown.
Georgetown?
Yes, Georgetown. Watch out for them.
So you got maybe 5 teams in there. So you saying those teams are going to make the Final Four?
Final Four.
All right, now who's going to win it?
It's hard to – I don't have to go with Syracuse. They got a big man, Thad Mello down low, a great shooter in Joseph. I see them going all the way.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks for your time. Well, so there you have it. I mean, we all have our opinions. Villanova, I'm not really sure about, but, you know, there's going to be some good basketball being played within the next couple weeks. Till then, see you next week. It's Karan Boston. Back to you guys in the studios.
Thanks, Karan. We look forward to another great tournament.
For all of us here at LRTV, I'm Karan Boston.
And I'm Asia Wilson. Have a great day, LR.